Okay, summary if you just started to watch. Polygon, figure 4 by 3 or more segments. Sides are the segments that make up the figure. On our example, there are 5 sides and we listed those. Okay, 2 sides of a polygon intersect at an endpoint called a vertex. So if I highlight side TS and RS, where do they meet at? S. So S is a vertex. What else would make a vertex?
T and Q.
T, P,
TP, sorry.
Q. It doesn't matter the order, I just have issues. And what else am I missing?
QR.
And R. If there are 5 sides, there's 5 vertices is plural for vertex. Vertex is one. Vertices, yeah. Like this.
It's right there.
Where?
Right there.
I think it's written elsewhere.
Non-consecutive vertices
Oh,
are
there we go.
possible.
Okay, next one. There's vertices. A segment that joins 2 non-consecutive vertices of a polygon is called a diagonal. And we'll list a couple of those.
You would be lost.
Non-consecutive means not in order. So if I pick point P, I would not connect it to Q because that's in order. So I could go to S. Yep. So P to S would be a diagonal. Or I could connect P to what? And those are 2 out of a bunch, right? I could start at Q and go to T and S. But a diagonal connects across your polygon.
So Q and T not be one of them?
Q and T, Q to T would be fine.
You just can do like Q and R.
Yeah, you just couldn't do Q and R because Q and R is considered a side. Good. To name the polygon, you name it by the vertices. You just have to go in order clockwise or counterclockwise. So if I start at R, what could I go to next? S, and then just make sure you go in order around. So R, S, what?
T.
P. And again, that's one name, right? I could have started at P and went P, Q, R, S, T. You can go counterclockwise. I could have went P, T, S, R, Q. As long as you put the vertices in order clockwise or counterclockwise. Okay. Determine if the figure is a polygon. Explain your reasoning. First one, polygon, yes or no?
Yes, I think.
Yeah. Yes. Explain your reasoning. Has to be a closed figure. And has to have straight sides.
What do you mean by closed figure?
No gaps, no overlaps.
Oh. No gaps, no overlaps.
So the next one, is the next one a closed figure?
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's an issue.
No
What's the
straight
issue?
sides.
Yeah, it doesn't have straight sides.
Okay.
So we're going to put no. You alright if I just circle the issue? Can you handle that? Okay, what do you think for the third one?
No.
What's the issue?
Not closed.
Yeah, it's not closed. How about the last one?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's okay if it caves in, right? If it goes inward, that's fine. It's made up of straight sides, no gaps, no overlaps, so we're good. Okay. Okay, classified. What do we call a 3-sided figure? Triangle. Leo, are you taking notes?
Yeah.
How about 4 sides?
Square.
It can be a square. That's way specific. In general, what's our prefix for 4? Yeah. So in general, any 4-sided figure is a quadrilateral. You probably should write it out for your notes. On your assignment, I could live with that. 5 sides. What's the prefix for 5?
Let's over notes at the end of the year.
Pentagon.
At the end of the quarter of the semester.
If you break down the word polygon, poly means many, gon can mean sided or angled. So in this one, when we look at a pentagon, pent means 5, 5-sided, or 5 5 angles. Which
You're not
is
gonna collect our notes at the end of the year, right?
probably not. What do we call a 6-sided figure? Hexagon. You guys are 7.
7 is a hexagon.
Is
Hexagon.
Hept, and there are other prefixes that mean 7. You could see, like if we were using a different text or referencing different sites, you might see septagon, but we're going to use heptagon. Sept also means
What?
7.
That's a hexagon.
8 sides?
Oct.
Oct. Got 9.
Wait, October is 8, then why isn't October the 8th month?
I know, and maybe it was originally. And so
Originally, what?
They
the
added
Roman
some?
rule like changed the calendar.
They're weird.
Yeah.
So, 9. Do you guys know how old a nonagenarian is? 90. But this means 9.
Anna.
Nonagon. A nonagenarian
I
would
heard
be
about
someone
that.
in their 90s.
That's so sad.
Yes,
Oh,
like
yeah.
Betty White.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was almost 100.
Okay, I'm assuming this
She's
next
about
one is 10.
Next week.
Do you guys know the prefix for 10? So you call it 10-year period. Yeah, decade.
How did
right?
you know that?
A decade is 10. Decagon, 10 sides. And then we skip to actually 12.
Why? Why?
Because 11, there's a name for 11, it's a hendecagon.
Hendecagon.
Just, they're not very common. All of these other ones show up in nature a lot or in chemical formulas and blah, blah, blah. But 12 is,
Die.
it's a deca, 10 plus how many more?
2.
2,
Doesn't.
which kind of.
Dude.
Dough, I personally think like dos is 2, right, in Spanish. That's not really the reason why, but it works for me. 2 plus 10 is 12, so 12 sides. So that one, if you need to underneath, right, 12 sides.
Maybe a circle? Is it just like a million pieces?
And could you have a million little pieces?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's going to approach what shape?
Yeah, isn't that a circle?
A circle.
Yeah.
He's getting around
It's not technically a circle, like if you zoomed in and actually had
It's a
straight
sphere.
edges. But it gets closer.
Technically, circles don't exist. Is what you're saying.
They do, they just don't have any straight pieces. It's all curved.
And
Oh,
That's
and
when it doesn't exist.
no, N-gots exist. It's just anything over 12, we quit naming them, because otherwise it gets to be too much. Could we name a 15-sided figure?
How?
What's the prefix for 5? Penta plus 10, pentadecagon is 15. They just get to be too much.
Decapentagon.
So a 15-sided figure we would just
Yeah.
write as a
Decadon.
15 gon, or if there were 38 sides, we'd just say 38 sides instead of getting into the name. There are prefixes for all of those, they just get to be complicated. Okay, you ready to flip? Determine if the figure is a polygon. If so, tell what type. If not, explain why. So first one I'm going to help you out with, and then I'm going to let you try these on your own. How many sides on that first one? Well, first of all, is it a polygon?
Yes.
Yeah. How many sides does it have? What do we call a 4-sided figure?
Square.
Quad.
So is quad like the most like?
Common prefix for 4.
No. Is it like the most common one?
Like that actually exists out and about. Triangle probably is the most common. And then quadrilateral, and then it kind of goes down from there. Okay, you guys, I'm going to let you at least fill in yes or no.
Can you help me with the last one?
This one?
Or, yeah.
You guys think yes or no?
No.
Yeah. No, it's
How
because it's
many-
overlapping.
Yeah, it's overlapping.
What about
There-
number 2?
There are 2 separate triangles.
Number 2 and the last one, aren't they both like? They're no.
Ooh, I'm having issues though.
So
This one, what's the issue? This part, right?
Yeah.
Curved. You guys can read my writing. How about this one? No, what's the
Not closed.
Should we go back up to the top? Is this one okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. How many sides does it have?
5.
And what do we call a 5-sided figure? Pentagon. Okay, how about this one?
Which one? Yes.
Yep, this one's okay, made up of straight sides,
Pentagon.
no gaps, no overlaps. It also has 5 sides, so it's a pentagon. What about the next one? Polygon? Yep. How many sides? So it's a what? Yeah, quadrilateral. And then the last one should be a what? Because of the curved part.
Route.
Okay, and then our other goal is, can we figure out the measure of the angles in a quadrilateral? How many sides on a quadrilateral? 4. Watching. On this, if I take my quadrilateral though, and I draw on a diagonal, I have these 2 figures. What are those 2 figures? What shape are they?
Triangle.
Yeah, they're triangles. And in a triangle, what do these angles have to add up to? How many degrees?
360.
Just on the triangle, 180. And then I have another triangle though. Isn't that another 180?
I'm writing math. Is this?
So then, what's 180 plus 180?
360.
Yeah. In a quadrilateral, the angles will always add up to 360. So 180 for a triangle, 360 for a quadrilateral. Okay? So then if we had to find the measure of angle A, could we do it? Yeah, what are we going to do?
Subtract 360 from, or no, 360 subtracted by all the numbers inside.
So I'm going to take 360.
270.
We're going to add these up, right? What do you get when you add those up?
370.
270?
Yeah.
And if I subtract off 270, then I'm left with what? Okay? And anytime you have a quadrilateral, 360 degrees. So on this one, if you add up 80, 160, and 55, what do you get?
180 and 55.
55, 160, and 80. Nathan, are you calculating for me?
Yeah.
Good. Victor, are you calculating? You get I was getting 295 in my head, but you guys test it out.
Yes, it is 295.
295. Are we okay with 295? And then if you subtract, what are we left with? 65. Okay, try the last one.
What, you can restroom?
Can I finish one of the bottom?
What do you get if you add 108, 108, and 72?
288.
288?
278.
It's 80.
288.
Okay. And if I subtract off 288, I'm left with what? Good job. Okay, last 2. Find the value of the variable. And again, when you look at this one on the left, what do all 4 angles have to add up to?
360.
Yeah. So, guess what we're going to do? We're going to add them up and set it equal to 360. What's x plus 2x?
3x.
3x. What's 80 plus 70?
152. 50.
Just 150. And again, those have to equal what? 360. Okay, what do I do next to solve?
Minus
what's 360 minus 150? 210. And then what do I need to do?
Divide by 3.
Divide by 3. So x is what? Okay. Alright, last one. Again, those are 4 angles in a quadrilateral, so what do they have to add up to? 360. So we're just going to combine like terms right away. You guys alright with that? What's 3x plus 5x?
What about this?
No, what did your question?
Can't you just do 5x minus 8 plus 3x?
Yeah, you could write it all out. Are you guys okay if I combine like terms right away? So then my other terms that I have to combine, I have an 89, 51, what else?
4
4
negative.
and a minus 8. Yeah. Okay, combine those for me. What do you got?
136.
Do we agree with 136?
No.
And those all have to equal what? 360. So I'm going to subtract 136. 360 minus 136 is what?
224.
And then divide by 8. What do we get? Did you say 28?
Yeah.
The rest of you, are you okay with 28?
So is this the math we're doing? Is this what our worksheet is?
That is, yeah. That's what you're doing today.
Let's
That's it?
go, Polygon.
So you turn this in?
No, you keep it, you hang on
It's
to
our
that.
notes I did.
Yeah.
I thought you just said it was the worksheet.
Well, no, your worksheet will be similar.
Oh.
I was gonna say, that's like a half hour left.
No, we have to stop at 2.
Well, I might do a couple together.
Thank you. Take my word. What happened to our color
You
folder?
okay?
I don't know.
You're just sleeping?
Oh, 'cause they have, like, small angles with big
This Colmeyer. What happened to our color folder too?
You know, we'll get back to them. You just hold on. Okay, should we scan through? Do you want me to do any together?
No, I'm just kidding.
What's 8 again?
Yeah, and you guys can use your notes, right?
15 sounds.
What do you call a 15-sided figure?
And gone?
Yeah, but replace n with the number of sides, so it should be
15.
15. Yeah, you write it as 15 dash gone.
Oh wait, 12 is up.
But my pen's not working.
When it's time to name it, do they want me to do
Really cocking down.
Yeah. Yeah, good question. When it says name it, it's not that it's a pentagon, it's using the vertices. Let me do a screenshot real quick.
So,
Okay, so on this, make sure here you just have 15-1. That's what that one should look like. This one, to name it, you name it according to the vertices. I have alphabetical order issues, so I'm going to start at A. If I go clockwise, A to what? B, C, D, E. And there's no spaces, it's just all together. That's the name. If I wanted, out of all the figures on your paper, no, naming, that would be classifying it, or the type of polygon. To name it, use the points that are on it. Name all the diagonals from vertex D. I could
Just A and
connect
B, isn't it?
D to A, yeah. So DA segment symbol, and then my other answer would be what? DB. So if I tried B to E or C, those are sides. And I don't want those. Okay, one more and then I'll let you guys go. This one, is it a polygon? Yep, so you write yes. and then classify it by the number of sides. Here we want to write triangle, quadrilateral, and so on. How many sides?
We have to write it.
5. What do you call a 5-sided figure? If you say yes, then give the name based on the number of sides. Are we okay?
If